What's going on, guys? John back here with another MegaMan NT Warrior TCG box opening, and your eyes do not deceive you. We got two boxes today, both from the same set. So last time we did a set of Grand Prix. This time we are going to be doing two boxes of Grave. Now I personally like Grave a lot. It's probably my favorite set of the three. Um, they changed kind of how the rarities work, so they have uncommons along with the everything else. So it kind of made some of the pull rates a little more awkward, but it had some of the better navies. Woodman was the prominent navi in this one, and all of his supporting cards. Base is obviously super cool. He came in the starter deck, as did Sharkman. But yeah, so we'll do two boxes, 48 packs. So strap in. Hope you guys all enjoy. Once again, like I said, if you're interested about learning about more about this game and playing it, I will have a link to our Discord in the description, as well as a link to Hills once again if you guys are interested in purchasing any of the product here. If you want to start your own collection, open some packs of a pretty fun dead video games, like I said. So we'll start with the first box here. So I don't have the plastic off like I did last time. I may have to grab a pen or something as I struggle with the plastic. There we go. So there's the plastic here. Now let's get it on. So like I said, so this is the third and final set. Some of the balance, like the power creep, was a little crazy with this set, as well you will see. Like some of the navies were a lot stronger. They had a lot better support. Shadow Man was another cool one as well, and Skullman too. So let's see. So we have a Giving It Away, Stuck in Place, Carb Craving. There's Skullman, so the first navi that I was talking about. So Skullman's pretty cool. He's got a really cool ability. I like using him a lot. And then Mystical, it's one of Skullman's card, Out of Water. Magnet Man was was probably a top tier Navi as well. As you can see, he's a 4/0/3, so he's got a ton of attack, and then he heals whenever you blast, so he's pretty cool too. Envy is Evil. And then what is my rare? Where is my rare? Did I not get a rare in this pack? Oh no, Out of Water was my rare. And then Gender Differences. Gender Differences is one of the best cards in the set. So, not too bad of a first one. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of navies, so get used to that. One to Talk, another Skullman, Stuck in Place, Carb Craving, Cutting Edge is our rare, Hidden Force, Magnet Man, No More Practice, Gundel Soul 2, good roll card there, and then Doubting Navi. So like I said, we are looking for anything holo. Usually you should get anywhere from like 3 to 4 depending on it, because there'll be ultra rares and then super rares. So Vulcan 3, Woodman, this is the beast, probably one of my all-time favorite navies. 3/3, no blast, but he was just a tank. Not much can hurt him, and he had some of the better cards as well. Spidey, Sweet Indignation, Food Education, another very solid card. Flawless, it's a base card there. You're not going to see any base, or I think it was Sharkman was the other one, as navies, because those came in the starter decks. Sanctuary, Backed Up, No More Practice, and then Quite Confident. So like you said, as you can see, like so they added the uncommon rarity in this one, and it kind of made the pull rates a little wonky. I feel like it would have worked out if we had gotten more sets, but obviously we lost it after this one. So another Skullman, White Web, pretty fun card as well. That's a good one with Woodman. Woodman, watch out. A little opposite to Track, Magnet Man special right there. One that doesn't really get used that often with Magnet Man because you want to focus kind of on blasting. But that actually is a pretty cool card too. Food Education, Gender Differences, Just a Nuisance, Interconnected, solid base card there, and then Muramasa, the Shadow Man battleship. Shadow Man, a pretty cool one as well. Not one of my favorites, but I do know a lot of people that enjoy playing him as well. Alright, so another Sweet Indignation, Giving It Away, Stuck in Place, Carb Craving, Roll Arrow, not a great ultra rare, unfortunately. Not one of the better ones, probably one of the worst ones, honestly. Not really a fun a good card as well, doesn't really see much play. Burn 2 power, reveal top 3 cards random from your opponent's hand, add their destinies to your Navi's strength. So you would reveal 3 random cards, and you see the color, the number in the top right hand corner, and you would add that. But it costs 2 power, you have to get to 4 power, and then 2 green. It's not even a roll card. It's just a neutral battleship. Not great, but it's okay. Connection interrupted. Quite confident again. Another Magnet Man, another Envious Evil, and a Voodoo Doll. Another fun card for that's a Skullman specific one as well. So like last time, each Navi has about 5 or 6 specific cards in their kit that only they can use. But you do see some fun and interesting things sometimes with like something like the 7. Like if we see it, I don't know if there are any 7s in this set or not. I don't remember. Like 7 Destiny, that was the highest that was made. Recov 10, Magtech, fun little virus there. Giving it away. Wrap it up. Mission of Defeat. Modest Defense is another rare. Eliminate, one of my favorite cards to play. Bug Bomb, another very fun card to play. You can kind of lock your opponent out of playing stuff because remember, you play. There's no spell speed, so as soon as you play it, they're done playing for the turn. Fortified, good heal card, and then Firm Barrier. A defensive resource there. Doesn't really see much play as you have to discard, and already is not a crazy amount of draw in this game too. All right, so wrap it up. Vulcan 3, Woodman, Spidey, Mystical, beginning to learn, little Planet Man episode. To those of you that actually saw the show, Firm Barrier, Sanctuary, another one, backed up, and then no more practice. So we haven't hit anything like too crazy in this one. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of stuff we're looking for, like the higher rarity stuff. So Surprise Transfer is another good card, like to help ramp a little bit, build up your power, giving it away like you mean it. Little discard. Sweet Indignation pulls you in. Unlikely Source. So that's a fun one. Fun little episode there too, as well as Gutsman pulls off a program advance. Just a Nuisance. Circle Gun, that's a fun Woodman card. Does a lot of cool stuff. Bomb Boy, another fun virus as well to reduce someone to 0. And then Envious Evil. Alright. So we start off with Sweet Indignation, Recov 10, another Magtech, giving it away. Hidden Force, little Gutsman ally, make your blast Destiny +4. As we go into some Envious Evil, another Eliminate, another Bug Bomb, and another Fortified. Alright, let's see what else we got. Maybe I'll do another, maybe we can have another episode after this one, going through some of the, some of like my cool cards. We can talk about them, talk about some of the other stuff as well. Maybe show off a deck or something after I have another one built. I have like 8 decks built, but maybe I could show off one because there's one that we're proxying. We're gonna have some proxies made, so gonna show that one off. That should be pretty fun. Anyway, so we got Watch Out, little Skull Man, fun little ramp one. One to Talk. There's Shadow Man, one of the goats. Wrap it up. Timber Terror. Your Apologies, one of the few cards that we actually had to ban in MegaMan. So this one is banned, as is Intense Power is unbanned now. Fast Gauge is banned, and then Proto Man Controlled Fury. I think that's from the last set. So yeah, there's one of the few. But so yeah, so this card is crazy good. Your opponent draws 2 cards for each point of energy he or she lost this turn. So with Shadow Man, you could burn a bunch. You can burn them for a bunch of energy. Make them just just burn it off the top of their deck. And remember, drawing cards is basically like, because your deck is your life. So if you draw cards, it's essentially like losing them. So you just can make them lose a lot of energy. So and you draw 2 for each one you've burned. With Proto Man has a card. His signature, one of his signature events is called Dark Admonition, which basically just burn them for 5, essentially. And then yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And then so you could do that do that multiple times, and then Your Apologies them. So then they're drawing. So they lose, like say they lose 10, then they draw 20. So that's 30 in one turn, and you can do that on as early as turn. I mean, yeah, you technically do turn 1, but you can do it for like turn 2, which is crazy. So Your Apologies are rare, even though it's banned. Lark, another Magnet Man, a Mine, a very fun one, and then Doubting Navi. Alright, let's see what else we got coming up. Wrap it up. Another Surprise Transfer. Giving it away. Ooh, I think that's a Miyu I see. Like you mean it. Alright, we got a Miyu. That is Skullman's Net Up. So whenever You play another Skullman card. You may place a resource from your discard into your power gate, so you ramp through the discard, which is really good. She's a fun one to play. Like I said, Skullman's one of my favorite ones. I like to play Skullman kind of blue, a little more controlling, more discard, but playing with the yellow is definitely very strong as well. Modest Defense, Doubting Navi, Just the Nuisance, Circle Gun, and then another Bomb Boy. Alright, let's go. We're about halfway through this box, give or take. Ooh, this pack is giving me problems. There we go. Surprise Transfer, Shadow Man, No Joke, another Woodman, Hidden Force, Cutting Edge. Not really one that was played like a crazy amount, but it did play a little bit. You did see a little bit of play. Gender Differences, Envious Evil, Firm Barrier, and then Guarding Solo, Numberman, standing firm as Net City was about to fall. Spoiler, it did not fall. Alright, so we got Woodman, another Watch Out, One to Talk, Shadow Man, Opposites Attract, the Magnet Man Special. I think that's the second one we've gotten. Food Education, Guarding Solo, Lark, another Magnet Man, and then another Mine. Not too shabby there. So, like I was saying, as we open some more packs, Grave was definitely a lot of very, very strong power creep. So the fourth set would have been really interesting to see what we get, as that probably would have gone into maybe towards the end of the season 2, like so after post-Grave stuff, right before Axis. So would have been really interesting to see where the game would have thematically gone. There's someone in the server who was a dev, and they did have. He said that they had like a list of like what navies were going to be used and stuff like that. They were gonna some of the original ones because they really only got support. Each Navi really only got their own support in their own set. So and he said that there was some cards that were gonna start getting support later on. So that would have been really interesting to see like what would have happened. But anyway, so we got Magtech, Carb Craving, a really fun ramp card, Recurve 10, little Spidey, Mystical, Eerie Blast. So Eerie Blast, basically you reveal your cards in your power gauge if the total destiny is greater than 15, so you need 16 between all the cards. So you definitely want to do it with like 4, 3. So you can sometimes get there with 3, but but definitely with 4 you would want to do it. You should be able to get there, and then you make your opponent place their hand in their power gauge. Very fun card as well. Very good control card. Evolution, Eliminate, Interconnected, and then Big Hammer 3. That's a fun Gutsman card. Added strength for playing a battle chip, and then added Blast Destiny whenever you would blast. Alright, so we have a Spidey Virus, Surprise Transfer, Shadow Man, No Joke, Skullman, Friendly Ghoul, the resource. Plays a resource in play in its opponent's power gauge, or in its owner's power gauge, sorry. Pulls you in, Gender Differences, another Big Hammer, another Envious Evil, and a Firm Barrier to close. So, another one here. Oops, starting off with a Shadow Man. We should get at least one more holo in these last few packs. No Joke, Sweet Indignation, Skullman, a Guardian of the Forest, another Beginning to Learn, Magnet Man, Geyser, the Sharkman Special Virus. Sharkman did a lot of crazy stuff with returning resources back to hand, and then you can play them back down with Out of Water. I don't know if maybe we'll pull one, and then you can see that. Bomb Boy, and then Fortified. Heal 2. So, as we begin the close out this box, so we have Skullman, Magtech, Carb Craving, Recove 10, Viperous Vines, another great Woodman card. Lose 2 energy, take a card, put it into your hand. That's basically a Gender Difference. So you can play Gender Differences and Viperous Vines, and then you just have a ton of recursion. Grabbing any card that gets milled, any cards you want to play a second time. Great fun for the Woodman player. Woodman got everything. Woodman didn't get an event, but he has a resource that plays like an event. It's crazy. Guardian of the Forest, another Fortified, Evolution, Eliminate, and Interconnected. Let's see here. All right, Requital. Want to talk? Ooh, I do see some. Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good holo coming. Recover 10. Shadow Boss. Probably my favorite card in the series is going to be Aqua Custom. So it's a style change, so it's a static effect. And whenever any player, you or your opponent, spends a blue resource, your opponent discards a card. So you can play that. There's Eliminate, so you can do some crazy stuff with Eliminate. So you could eliminate, bring that card, bring it back to your hand, so you have it for next turn. Make your opponent discard a card, and you can just play super control-y. Basically, blue hard control, hand control with blue is hands down one of my favorite decks to play. I do it with you can do it with Proto Man. I did it with Proto Man a lot. I did it with Skull Man a lot. But it is hands down one of my favorite things to do. Oh, I got a rare too. Skull Man, Friendly Ghoul, Envious Evil, Doubting Navi, Air Hockey 3, basically making your opponent draw cards, and then you would do a lot of damage there, and then another Lark. So good Aqua Custom to pull there. I have more than my fair share of Aqua Custom, but style changes are always good to have. There's 4 of them. So you have Aqua Custom, Wood Shields, Heat Guts, and then Aqua Custom. Oh, Elect Team. It's Elect Brother, I think, in Japanese, but Elect Team in, and obviously they all do different things, playing into the different ones. Anyway, so Woodman, like you mean it, surprise transfer, giving it away, flawless, base rare, connection interrupted, just a nuisance, firm barrier, another eliminate, and then frozen out, another fun card you can play. If you have exactly 3 cards in your hand after you played, so technically you have to have 4 cards in your hand, you play that, then you have 3 cards in your hand, you can grab a card back from, you lose an energy, and then you grab a card back from your discard. So kind of a way to recur something. Usually could be for like another burn spell or a battle chip or something that you already played. Shadow Boss, Skull Man special there. Vulcan. Ooh, I see another one. Skull Man, White Web, Aqua Upper. Not a good card, but man, I got 2. Both my ultras were kind of bad. Burn 4 power. Each time a player spends a resource, you make your Navi strength +4. So you play that on your turn, and then make your opponent not be able to play anything unless they want to power you up. But then you can continue spending your stuff to power yourself up. Gutsman, Bamboo Lance, one of the engines for Woodman. Woodman has a crazy combo with Sal. It's net op, and then you have just a bunch of resources. Then you're just Bamboo Lance getting a battle chip or a battle chip back, and you just do a ton of stuff, and you pick up all your power because you're not blasting, so you basically have more of a hand. Woodman is crazy. I think I might have a game on my channel, but if not, there's a game that I played, a cam game with one of my friends, um, Toasty, and and I did the whole Woodman combo. It was crazy. Gender differences, and then Magbolt 3, which is Magnet Man's special chip, even though we really don't play it a lot, because you kind of just want to play Boys Bomb 3. All right, so White Web, Shadow Man, Requital, Vulcan, Shark Man, cancel the battle chip, so that's just a good one to have. Doesn't see a lot of play. Obviously, it's kind of expensive to get in, but sometimes you see it. Mystical, Magbolt 3, No More Practice, Doubting Navi, and then Bug Charge, bases. Red base wasn't really crazy played, more like yellow base, but discard a card, make your base +2 for each card in your power gauge. Like I said, it wasn't really something that was played a lot, but there are some red base builds floating around there. Maybe I could revisit red base. Maybe that'll be a fun one. Play with dark cannon or something. So we got Skullman, Stuck in Place, Carb Craving, Recove 10, Guardian of the Forest, Bow Down. Name a destiny, reveal your opponent's hand for each revealed card. With your destiny, your opponent loses 2 energy. So if you've seen their hand, if you peeked at their hand earlier, or you just kind of have a read based on what they have in their deck, you can definitely do some fun stuff with that. Burn them for a good bit. No More Practice, Gundale Soul, Doubting Navi, and then Backed Up. Pretty fun. Basically an eliminate for Woodman only. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff with that. Get extra Woodman emblems in play. Get and or just easy ones to play with to like beef up your bamboo lance, beef up your branched outs. So fun one to have there. Recove 10, Shadow Boss, Vulcan 3, Skull Man, Viper's Vines. Again, another very good one. Pulls you in. Backed up again. Another Bamboo Lance. Eliminate. And Gender Differences. Alright, last pack of box numero 1. So let's see what we got here. So we have White Web, Woodman, Watch Out, One to Talk, Sal. Oh, there we go. See, so like I was talking about with Sal. So whenever you play a Woodman card, you may pull a battleship from your discard to your hand. So you're just building up your hand for your Bamboo Lance. Um, and then when we didn't see a branched out, but branched out basically you discard a card, discard as many cards as you want from your hand, and then your opponent loses energy equal to the amount of cards that you discarded, and then you gain strength times 2 for each card. So if you discard 10, you gain 20 strength. If you discard 5, you gain 10 strength, stuff like that. And then they're still losing damage. All right, pulls you in. Just a nuisance. Interconnected. Murumasa. And then Magnet Man. So, not too bad of a little box here. Let's take a look at. We're going to just clean up a little bit here as we get ready for the second box. But so our first box, our spoils. To the victor go the spoils. We got a Miyu and Sal, 2 net agents, which is pretty cool. So we just need the Mesa to complete the trio, and then an Aqua Custom, which is a very good card to have as well. So all 3 very playable cards. Then unfortunately our Ultra Rares, not too good. Roll Arrow and Aqua Upper. I guess Aqua Upper has a little bit of playability potentially, but Roll Arrow, not so much. So there's that. Our rares were pretty good, and then our color combos were decent as well. All right, so first box in the bag. Let me know in the comments, guys, what your favorite pull, what your favorite card, or any cards that you're interested in of the first box, and I will definitely try to answer them and let you guys know. Let me know what your favorite card is, or a card that you want to know more about, or maybe even a Navi or a deck that you want to know about. So. All right, 24 packs to go here. Let's see what we got. This box was a little worse for wear. It did rain when I got this. Everything got delivered, so I thought the boxes were going to be a little brutal, but no, they actually kept up pretty good. All right, so we got a Spidey, Sweet Indignation, Giving It Away, Stuck in Place, Flawless, Hidden Force. All right, No More Practice, Quite Confident. We got Magnet Man up there, and then Envious Evil. Alright, not too shabby of a first pack. Only one Navi, too. That's always a win. The less Navis, the better, because they stick way too many in there, and they're all very common. Stuck in Place, Carb Craving. Ooh, oh, a second Sal is going to be crazy in a second. Recove 10, Shadow Boss, a second Sal. That's pretty good. Not that I don't need any more of those. Mystical, Gundel Soul, Doubting Navi, another backed up. Ooh, backed up goes here. Skirt. And then a Bamboo Lance. So, yeah, this is a Woodman box. If you got this box when you were younger, you were definitely playing Woodman. I can tell you that. Giving it away. Wrap it up. Vulcan. Another one. Wow, we got the Mesa too. There we go. So we do have all of them. So Mesa is Sharkman's net up. Whenever you play another Sharkman card, you may take a card from your power gauge into your hand. So you can definitely kind of mess with your power gauge a little bit there. Super cool. Usual Policy, Fortified, Firm Barrier, Backed Up, and then Sanctuary. Now I think we're probably going to have a little bit of a lull in some holos here for a bit. Or maybe we got a cracked box and we're gonna have just a bunch of stuff. Like You Mean It, Sweet Indignation. Oh my gosh, geez, another one. Recove 10, Magtech, Drawn to It. That's the ultra rare for ultra rare resource. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Place 2 cards from your discard in your power gauge. That's one of Magnet Man's resources. Pay a price. It's a rare. That's pretty cool. Bomb Boy, Envious Evil, Eliminate, and then Bug Bomb. So Normally we would only have one more holo coming out here, but like I said, maybe we got a crazy box because Decipher was not great with their QC. Woodman, watch out. One to talk. Skullman, food education. Another flawless. It's kind of funny. Interconnected, Muramasa, Magnet Man, and then no more practice. That'd be kind of crazy if it was like every other pack had a holo. That'd be kind of wild. Stuck in place, carb craving, white web, Skullman, mission to defeat, modest defense, envious evil, voodoo doll, gender differences, and then just a nuisance. Yeah, it ended up maybe most of our holos were just at the top, so probably gonna be a little bit until we get another one. Hopefully we get two more though. That'd be cool. We at least one more. We should get hopefully we get a second one. Shadow Man, wrap it up. Surprise transfer, giving it away. Woodman outdoorsy. So Woodman, you can take any card from your discard pile into your hand. You don't lose anything. It's basically a gender differences or a Viper's finds. So that's pretty cool. Megamod. I didn't realize MegaMan basically just power up. You can power up your gauge. Mine. Doubting Navi. Just a nuisance. And then another circle gun. So we got Woodman, Spidey, Sweet Indignation, giving it away. Your apologies. Oh, we got double rare in this one. Unlikely source. Maybe most of them had double rares, and I just wasn't really paying attention. Quite confident, and then Magnet Man. Very well could have been. Let's see what we got next. No joke. Woodman, watch out. One to talk. Out of water. Yep. Okay, so some of them have double rares then. Mission to defeat. Oh yeah. So see, out of water, you play any number of resources. So you pop everything up, play everything back down. Pretty cool. Firm barrier, guarding solo, another lark, and then Magnet Man. As you can see, a lot of cards to open. All right. All right. Magtech, giving it away. Wrap it up. Vulcan. Timber Terror pulls you in. Wait, did we not get a... Did I miss something here? I don't think this one had a... Yeah, this one didn't have a rare. Like I said, see, like I was saying, QC not the best. But I did get a double rare pack earlier, and I think I've got some rares in ones that I've gotten. I've got some holos in, so it adds up. It all evens out, honestly. Like I said, that's one thing about these early old dead TCGs. Recov 10, Spidey, surprise transfer, Shadow Man, opposite attract. It's our rare, Guardian of the Forest, interconnected, gender differences, Big Hammer 3, and Envious Evil. About halfway through this box, so giving it away like you mean it. Sweet Indignation, Recov 10, Hidden Force, another Cutting Edge. We got a couple. I think we got one in our last box. Another Circle Gun, Bomb Boy, another Envious Evil in the pack, and then Eliminate. Good old Freeze Man. Fortunately, we never saw Freeze Man in the game. In the TCG. Would have been cool. Would have been one of my favorite. One I would have wanted to play. Sweet Indignation again. Skullman, Magtech, Carb Craving, Skullman, Friendly Ghoul, place a resource into its owner's power gauge. Connection interrupted, Bomb Boy, Fortified, Evolution, and Eliminate. So we are getting all the net agents. All right, one to talk. Shadow Man, wrap it up. Surprise transfer, Mystical, Eerie Blast, another Skullman. Magnet Man, mine, Doubting Navi, just a nuisance. Let's see what else we got. Recov 10, Shadow Boss, Shadow Man, no joke. at Fault, another base card. I don't think we've seen that one yet. Search your deck, search your opponent's deck and place a card into his or her discard pile. It's kind of crazy. You literally look through your opponent's entire deck and then place a card you like into the discard pile. I wonder how that would work, how that worked in competitive play. If there was no taking allowed, that would have been crazy because I would have just ran down everything my opponent is playing. Air Hockey 3, Lark, Magnet Man, and then a Geyser, Shark Man. But yeah, so same thing with Intense Power. Intense Power you find 4 though, but you have to like have enough cards in your or enough power in your or enough Destiny in your power to do that. Shadow Man, No Joke, Woodman, Watch Out, Guardian of the Forest, another beginning to learn. I have almost a playset from just these 2 boxes alone. Envious Evil, Firm Barrier, Guarding Solo, and then Lark. Come on, we got a couple packs left still. Let's find out. Let's find one more holo, one more ultra rare, and maybe even a super rare just to even it out here. Surprise transfer, giving it away. Requital. Want to talk. Gutsman, make your blast +4. Usual policy as Cutman takes out Clickman. Eliminate Frozen Out, Envious Evil, and then Doubting Navi. Next pack, it looks like we have 4 packs left, I think, after this one. So we got Carb Craving, Recuff Time. Ooh, I do see one here. This might be a Heat Guts. I saw red, so Spidey. Surprise transfer, branched out! Well, we did hit it, too. Dang, that's crazy. So we hit almost the entire... I think between these 2 boxes, we could have played Woodman for sure, even with only 1, but... so branched out. So like I was saying, discard any number of cards. Obviously, it costs a lot. 4 resources, or 4 power, 2 Woodman resources. Any number of cards for each card discarded, make your Woodman strength +2, and your opponent loses 1 energy. So 2 times however many cards you discarded, and then they lose 1 energy each. Then Skullman, so double rare action, eliminate. Interconnected gender differences, and then another Big Hammer 3. So this box was kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie. Had a lot of crazy stuff here. Both these boxes were pretty good, outside of the battle chips for the ultras in the first one. Carb Craving, Recuv 10, Shadow Boss, Vulcan, Sharkman, Usual Policy, Doubting Navi, Backed Up, another Branched Out, and then Eliminate. Would be cool if I ended up with one more holo, whether it's an ultra rare or a super rare, but obviously this box was pretty solid as well. Sweet Ignition, No Joke, Skullman, MacTech. Oh, yes! Another Aqua Custom. That's pretty sick. So that was a 5-hit box. Pretty sick. So second Aqua Custom, maybe I'll have to do a giveaway or something with some of these because I have so many. Like I said, these are all cards that I have multiple playsets of. So maybe I'll have to do a giveaway of some sort. Geyser, Fortified, and then Evolution. So, wow, there's 4 packs left here. We had a 5-hit box. That's crazy. Can we get 6? Can we get a 6-hit box in this second one? That would go kind of crazy. That'd be great for the YouTube though. Do it for the cam. Quiddle, Vulcan, Woodman, Like You Mean It, Bow Down, Guardian of the Forest, Doubting Navi, Bug Charge, Just a Nuisance, and then Firm Barrier. All right, 3 packs left. Dang, that's awesome. I got two more Aqua Customs to add to the collection. Pretty sick. Watch Out, One to Talk, Skullman, Stuck in Place, Cutting Edge, Mission to Defeat, Miramasa, Magnet Man, No More Practice, and then Gun Del Sol 2. Alright, we'll save the base one for last. Last pack magic, right? Penultimate pack here. As we try to see what else we got. Vulcan 3, Skullman, White Web, Shadow Man, Out of Water, Pulls You In, Eliminate, Gender Differences, Mag Bolt 3, another No More Practice on top of No More Practice. Alright, last pack magic here. Let's see what we got. But even if I don't get another holo, this was still a pretty sick box. Carb Craving, Skullman, White Web 3, Woodman, beginning to learn. Food Education, Voodoo Doll, Gender differences, just a nuisance, and an interconnected. So yeah, so pretty crazy. Let's start with our secret rare. So we got another Aqua Custom. Great card as well. Now again, one of my all-time favorite cards. Mesa. Pretty. I think. Yeah, I don't know if you played too much in Sharkman. I didn't really play Sharkman that much. I think you played. There's a promo Mesa, which I do have that you can play more because you add an extra resource slot. And then Sal, core to Woodman. And then for our ultra rares, you got branched out and drawn to it. Both pretty core to their Navi strategies. So, but yeah, that is our box. So pretty. First box was okay. We saw 4 hits as well, but again, nothing too crazy. But the second box was definitely one of the better boxes I've ever opened. That's for dang sure. So, but anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, if you're interested in playing the game or learning more about the game, you will find the description to the Discord, or you find the link to the Discord in this video's description, as well as a link to the Hills Wholesale website. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. I don't even know the person. I'm just something that I enjoy doing, a game that I enjoy playing. And if you want interested in playing it or buying some of the cards, you have that link there. Like I said, not a sponsor, just that's the place to buy them. And like I said, if you ever want to play in person with me, just let me know and I can bring some decks. I can teach you how to play for sure. Again, game's super easy, a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and shout outs to anyone who's hanging out who made it this far. Um, Maybe we'll see. We can get some more stuff in the future. Obviously, with NACC coming up in about 6 weeks, the new Lorcana set. May try and do some Lorcana videos coming up. Maybe they're going to be deck tech videos or maybe I'll do like a Vines box opening or something like that. I'm getting ready for that as well. Or maybe I'll do something else from another game. Maybe some Pokemon, an old Pokemon set or an old Pokemon deck profile or something. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you guys later. Peace.